Hi, I'm Curb, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Not only is this the first episode in my new series, this is my first ever YouTube video. I am so excited to have you come along on this journey with me, and I can't wait to see what story lies ahead. Like any good story, we start at the beginning, or in this case, spawn. Now this may be a controversial take, but I don't actually like to build my starter base before night 1. I like to explore my surroundings a little bit to find the best spot for my starter base. My safety is something I am also willing to gamble on. I began exploring the area and gathering supplies so that when the perfect spot appeared, I could start building my base. My goal for this series is to build up history and lore while getting more comfortable with creating videos. I hope to one day fight the Ender Dragon, which, fun fact, is something I have never done, even though I have played Minecraft for years. I started playing Minecraft with Pocket Edition back in 2012 or 2013, then switched to Bedrock. However, I only began playing Java a few years ago. Along with some other fun facts, I am addicted to adding way too much granite to my builds. So I am challenging myself to build with materials that I don't usually use. I never use acacia wood, so I am making it, at the very least, a highlight in my first build. I spent a little more time gathering materials and found a relatively safe cave to set up for the night, protected from mobs. Whoop. I told you I liked to gamble with my life. Run away. Uh-oh. 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 No, no. Crap. No. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I also don't have food. Oh no. I don't even know where I put my workbench. Oops. So, this is pretty typical of how I start my worlds. I get so focused on one thing and I forget what I am doing and end up in the situation where I am down to 1 heart and no food on night 1. However, I was smart and I made a chest. So now, when I go back out, oh shoot, oh. Thank goodness I put all of my supplies in the chest before going out to explore. I stayed at spawn until morning arrived, staying clear of any mobs, and made my way back to the cave to gather my belongings. I knew that if I was going to have a safe place to settle down, I would need to branch out and explore and gather more materials in the process. When I spawned back after my death, I saw that there was a sunken ship in the distance. Knowing that they are great for looting, I ventured over that way to see what it had in store. The ship was more intact than I expected it to be. I figured that it could help to provide some shelter if I lit it up, and it could be a great place to start building up the lore of the world. I began by planting some saplings that I had acquired when I was first exploring to keep a steady flow of wood. I planted some seeds that I had found in order to begin growing a desperately needed source of food. To gain safer access to the ship, I built a temporary dock so that I would be able to access it more easily. Looting the chest was worthwhile as they had many needed supplies. I was able to light up the ship to help protect from many mobs, and that way I could focus on lighting up the rest of the island. Once the island was lit up, it proved to be a pretty safe area to stay and begin building, except for a creeper who had a very explosive personality. I am not a builder, but I knew that if I wanted to progress, I would need to, at the very least, put a roof over my head. Since one of my goals is to expand on the lore and world building, my first step was to make something that would fit in with the sunken ship. I began to build my starter base, a small fishing hut. It was perfect, small, cozy, safe, and on solid land. These adventurers sailed the open seas and landed in this spot looking for a new beginning. To make the build look aged, I combined moss with both cobblestone and stone to give added depth and texture. This building is supposed to look like it has endured the test of time. Many adventurers would have stopped there along their own journeys before finding a place to settle their village. I used a combination of oak and birch stairs and half slabs for the roof to show that the wood had been aged and replaced. I smelted up glass to create windows to protect from the elements. The brick fireplace hosts the furnace to allow for proper smelting and cooking, and I added chests to begin a storage room. However, it will most definitely fill up very fast with all of the exploring that will be coming. Now that I have a roof over my head, I can check beginning a starter base off of my list. And with that, it's time to conclude my first video. I know we didn't get much done this first episode, but I wanted to say hi and set the scene. In my next episode, I hope to go out and explore more, maybe find a village and even do some mining. Thank you for sticking around, and please like and subscribe as it will really help me to grow my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye!